Michelle Young is going to have a tough time eliminating someone on the December 14th episode of The Bachelorette. In the sneak peek, she says she's already fallen in love with all 3 remaining guys. It's time for Michelle Young to head to the fantasy suites on the December 14th episode of The Bachelorette. With just 3 guys left, Coleman, Brandon Jones and Nayte Olukoya, Michelle's season is winding down, and the breakups are getting harder and harder. A preview for this week's episode reveals that Michelle is about to make her toughest decision yet. "I've now fallen in love with all 3 men," Michelle admits in the sneak peek. The preview also shows Brandon pulling Michelle aside at the rose ceremony, and then the Bachelorette breaking down in tears before heading back inside. "I have to send him home," she says in a voiceover. Of course, it's unclear who exactly she's talking about at the time. Another clip from the episode shows Michelle chatting with co-host Caitlin Bristow about her final 3 guys. She reveals that Brandon already told her that he's falling in love with her and that she said the same thing back. Michelle also confirms that Joe admitted to be falling in love with her, as well. With Nayte, though, the words haven't come so easily. He grew up in a family where they didn't say, "I love you," Michelle explains. Related gallery. The Bachelorette Season 18, photos of Michelle Young and more. Obviously, Michelle's heart is on the line, and she's understandably worried about whether or not she could get hurt by Nayte. "For me, in a relationship, I do want to hear those words, especially with something as big as an engagement," she admits. "Could I end up in a situation where I have fallen more for the other person once again?" Nayte got Michelle's first impression rose this season, so she clearly connected with him right off the bat, and doesn't seem willing to give that up. But, she'll have to follow what her heart tells her is right. After Michelle makes an elimination at the December 14th rose ceremony, just 2 guys will remain. The season will conclude with a 3-hour finale, including an after the final rose special, on Tuesday, December 21st at 8 p.m. on ABC.